everyone, I am Ruth Madeley and I am an actress. I have spina bifida and scoliosis and I use a wheelchair most of the time. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how I got to where I am today in my career and talk to you a little bit about how you can overcome things that perhaps seem really difficult at the time. So I didn't train to be an actress at all. I actually came into this industry by accident, by a beautiful accident. It was definitely not planned. It wasn't expected. I actually studied as a scriptwriter. So I never thought that acting was something that was an option for me, I guess. I grew up never seeing anybody who looked like me on screen, and I guess perhaps subconsciously that affected what I thought was an option for me. And I always knew I wanted to be in this industry and change the narrative with regards to disability representation within the media. But I never thought for one second that that would be in front of the camera. I always thought that I would be doing the storytelling behind the camera. So, but the universe had other ideas. I was actually doing a work placement at Whizz-Kidz at the time when I first started acting. In the BBC that I'd done some work with as well, got in touch with Whizz-Kidz and asked if they had any wheelchair users, because CBBC were putting together this children's drama and they needed a wheelchair user for this one episode, and they were like, do you have any just lying around? We need one. And I happened to be in the office at the time, so yeah, they just kind of said, oh, well, you go, you want to be in this industry, you want to network and learn a little bit more about it. So I went along just to be nosy. I really went along to be nosy. I thought, oh, this is good. I'll be able to meet more people, expand my my network of people I can ask for advice on the industry. And I turned up and I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I really didn't. And I was so not even thinking that I would get the part at all. I just kind of went in there and had a bit of a chit chat. And I remember when they said, okay, it's time for you to do your audition, I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. I remember thinking, why on earth do actors put themselves through this? This is torture. But then I got that hit of adrenaline and it was really exciting. I was like, oh my goodness, that felt really good. And then I realised I actually really wanted the part. So I somehow got the part. And I thought, you know what, this is a really nice way to make some extra money on the side of writing and doing other work. But I never thought it would be a full-time career. Never. I really never did. And I got hooked up with an agent at the time, and I just did some really small roles in a couple of episodes of different things, and still didn't think that it would be a career for me. I was very proud to be a Whizz-Kidz employee for, I think I made 9 years. Yeah, I think I made 9 years, which is really, really good. I wish I'd made 10, but hey, never mind. Now I can be patron to them and forever. They're never getting rid of me now. But yeah, I worked at Whizz-Kidz as an ambassador club coordinator, working with kids up and down the north of England, helping them run their youth clubs. I worked as a work placement officer, and then I worked in the trust fundraising team. So there was a lot of different roles that I had at Whizz-Kidz, and I was absolutely loving every second of it. And amongst all that, a script landed on my agent's desk, and it was called Don't Take My Baby, and it was a BBC drama based on a young couple, two people who both had disabilities, and it was a true story. And the role that I was being asked to be seen for was the lead role. And my agent said to me, if you get this, everything changes. And that was 5 years ago, and everything did change. It was my route into being taken seriously in this industry, when I could show that I could hold a drama, I could lead a drama, and it did so well. It got nominated for a BAFTA. I was nominated as Best Actress for a BAFTA, which still to this day blows my mind that even happened. Really. And then people started seeing me for different roles, and the industry seemed to open up a little bit more. And I have never felt that more certain that I'm meant to do what I'm doing now. I knew from the second I got that role, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. This is my purpose. And I just wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about that, because I grew up never thinking that would be an option for me. I struggled a lot with my health when I was a kid. I was in and out of hospital a lot for spinal surgery with my scoliosis. So I know a lot of you will know have personal experience of different surgeries, and how rubbish it is, and how you have to spend a lot of time in hospital, then you have to spend a lot of time recuperating, and you can't go and do the things that your friends are doing, and you feel like you're missing out on so much. And if someone had told me back then, when I was lying in a hospital bed and having all of this surgery that you just don't want to be mithered with, if someone had told me back then that I'd be living the life that I'm living now, I would never have believed it. And I think that really is something that I want to share with you guys, that no matter how rubbish things seem, especially regarding your disability and your health, just hang tight and see it through, because you have absolutely no idea of the great things that are coming in your life. You have got so much that you could never even dream of happening, and all of a sudden something might pop up in your life which changes everything, and you end up doing these incredible things that you never thought were possible. So I really wanted to share that with you and say that you never know what's coming. You never know what's coming. So you have to take the bad with the good. So the good with the bad with the good. Either or. You have to take them both. So you can't have one without the other. And I got really, really poorly in, was it 2013? And yeah, 2013. And I genuinely was really, really, really poorly in hospital. And then I was very, very blessed. I got better. And then about a year and a half later, I started acting properly. And that's when Don't Take My Baby came along. And it just shows that even in the worst case scenario, the worst possible state that you could be in, something beautiful could be around the corner, and you just have to see it through. This industry wasn't built for people like you and I. It wasn't at all. And I feel very privileged to be in a position now where I can hopefully change that landscape. I have had the privilege through Whizz-Kidz of meeting a lot of kids who want to be actors and who want to go to drama school and all of these different things. And my aim and my hope and my drive is to make this industry more accessible, more welcoming, more inclusive for every single one of you who actually want to be part of it. In all areas, not just actors. I'm talking writers, directors, producers, production managers, props, lighting, cameramen, people behind the camera and in front of it. This industry is ready for people like us, and we can change how society views people like us. And if I can make this industry even a little bit more accessible than when I found it, then I consider that a good day at the office. And I think if I was to tell you some advice from your Auntie Ruth, I would say don't be afraid to try new things, because I would never be here living this life the way I am if I hadn't said, yeah, I'll go to that audition, when I really had absolutely no experience whatsoever to even go. I very much live by that now. I'm a big believer in doing things that frighten you. Never be afraid to say yes and try new things. The worst that you can do is not be very good at it. And you know what? That's fine. Trust me, there are plenty of things I'm not very good at. Cooking, singing, I think I'm great, but other people tell me differently. There's loads of things, and that's fine. And you will find along the way things that you are great at, that you love, and things that you're not so great at and you couldn't really be bothered with, and that's fine. So don't be afraid to try something new, because you never know where it'll lead you. And and you have absolutely no idea what you're capable of until you try. And you can achieve such amazing things. And that is such a great thing to remember, especially when you're having a really tough time, whether that be mentally or with your physical health, anything. It's hard to remember during those times, but you are capable of a lot, and you can handle whatever life throws at you. Trust me, you can handle it. Believe me. And then for me, I'm really proud to have my disability. I've not always felt like that. I think it's something that you grow with. Whizz-Kidz were a big help with me with that. I was never embarrassed as an adult, especially. As a kid, perhaps you get a little bit of like, oh, you're very aware that you're different. But Whizz-Kidz helped me a lot with that. And I think now where I am, Whizz-Kidz really did help me become a really independent, positive, confident person. But that fluctuates. Confidence comes and goes, depending what day it is sometimes. But I would say your disability is not something to be embarrassed about. It's not something to be ashamed of or anything like that. It's something that is part of you, just like the colour of your eyes or the colour of your hair or anything like that. It's just another part of who you are. And it's a really beautiful part that the world should see. And I really hope that you wear your disability, whatever it is, you wear it with pride. And the world is so much richer when we're just whoever we're meant to be. And it means so much when everybody just says, yeah, here I am, and this is what I am. I have learned that is a really, really powerful tool in life, not just in the industry, but in life. And sometimes even when you don't feel like doing that, I would urge you to try, because you never know who you influence. There might be a kid next to you who needs to hear that and see that in you, and you would change their life just by being a really proud disabled person. So I think I have rambled on enough about me and how I got here, but seriously, I'm very proud of my disability. I'm very proud of how far I've come, and I am so beyond excited to see what you guys are going to achieve in your lives. And hey, I'm over here watching, and I promise I will always be your biggest cheerleader. So yeah, lots of love.